Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you that have joined today's webinar titled The Metaverse Requires New Business Models, Learn Why and How to Create Them. And I want to today obviously focus on what I consider to be one of great importance, and that's the metaverse, as also known as virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, extended reality, all kind of coming under that umbrella term of the metaverse, which in itself is controversial. But let's start with a quick definition of the metaverse. And I'm going to define it as a virtual, and by virtual I mean not physically existing, but made to kind of appear so through software. So a virtual and 3D, that's another really important component in the definition of the metaverse. We're moving from a 2D world, two-dimension, to a 3D, three-dimension world. So a virtual, three-dimensional, immersive environment, meaning you enter the environment, you're a part of the environment, where you can explore virtual worlds, you can meet and communicate with others, you can attend dedicated meetings and different events, conferences, conventions, musical events. You can be creative, you can learn, you can have fun. So what does the tomorrow's metaverse business model begin to look like? And here I'd like to just share with you some of my thoughts. I think within the next 5 years, many customers will insist on communicating with companies using their avatars. And one of the things you have to ask yourself is, as a businessman or woman, how do you communicate with an avatar? What do you do differently? What's the business process? What's the business model? How do you welcome an avatar? How do you make sure that avatars are playing fairly? And all those issues around avatars. I think tomorrow's metaverse business model, people will visit a company's 3D metaverse site to purchase goods and services, including NFTs. Well, if somebody's going to visit your metaverse site, we have to ask simple questions. How are we going to welcome them? How are we going to make sure we service them the way they want to? How do I make sure they're happy and have a good customer experience? How do I make sure they can buy the goods simply and return the goods if they're not happy with what they bought? And after they bought it, if they have a problem, how are we going to service them? And this requires a rethink of the models that are in place, today's models, because unfortunately they're not going to cut it in the metaverse world in the same way they work in our current business models. I alluded to the fact that tomorrow's metaverse business model will probably start out using existing credit cards or other payment terms. But eventually, and eventually means in the next 10 years, people will pay using cryptocurrency. They'll become stable, they'll become probably much more regulated and so forth. But that's the direction of tomorrow's metaverse model. And most importantly, and I've alluded to it, you kind of saw it with the remote assist, they'll be receiving customer service in the metaverse in this do it with me model. Okay, this is the reason we need new metaverse business models. Today's model is fine for today, but the new metaverse artifacts unfortunately do not fit well with the existing model, and therefore they demand rethink of how we move forward in the metaverse model. And by the way, don't get overly concerned by this. That's what happened when Apple came into the picture, or Netflix, or any of the Tesla and so forth. Any of the disruptors, they not only disrupt the industry with a product, but they force business models to change.